Start with a fairly symmetrical ball of clay, about a pound, and firmly attach it to the center of the wheel, like so. Get your clay wet, and you're going to be pressing in with your left palm, with your left elbow firmly anchored into your hip. This will help you use your body weight to push in and center the clay. Your right hand will be pressing down like a karate chop. This will center the top of the clay. If your clay begins to pancake, you're pressing down too much. If you press the clay off the wheel, you're pressing in too much. The goal is to achieve a centered mound of clay, like so. For those of you who have centering down, you can do what's called cone wedging. This is where you press into the base of the clay to make a cone and then press down until it's a mound again. Cone wedging will orient the particles of clay so they're easier to throw. The next step is to make a hole in the center of the clay, either with your middle finger or you can also use your thumb. I always start by making a little divot in the top of the clay and then pressing my middle finger down to about 1/4 inch above the base of the wheel. Okay, now that I have a hole in my mound, I'm going to open the pot using the pad of my middle finger. I will drag the pad of my middle finger along the base of this opening. I always use my left palm as support as I'm opening. And remember, anytime I'm working on the wheel, the pressure I apply is consistent, slow, steady pressure. There are never any quick movements when throwing on the wheel. After opening the pot, you're going to want to run your finger along the base of the bottom. This will compress the clay so that it's less likely that you'll get S-cracking. Now for the hard part, pulling. Your left hand will be on the inside of the pot, your right hand will be on the outside. You'll use the pads of your middle and ring fingers on both hands to make an indent on the inside and the outside of the clay. Your left hand will be slightly above your right hand, and your right hand will guide a chunk of clay to the top of the pot. This will thin the walls and raise the pot. And honestly, you can use whichever fingers you want as long as your left hand is on the inside and your right hand is on the outside. And remember, the pressure you're applying is a slow, steady, even pressure.